Alright guys, hello and welcome back for another live session. So as always, we will be analysing the charts, having a look on what we can, trade. And yeah, so let me just start off by sharing my screen with you guys. And we will get right into it. Bit of technical difficulty again. So let me just bear with me for a second. Right, there we go. You can see my screen, you can see what I'm doing. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the market and see what we can do. So, first of all, I believe this is where we traded the last live session we had. So as you can see, just consolidation at the minute, no market structure whatsoever. That's all that the 1 hour and 30 minute does really tell us. 15 minute, not too much. A bit of trending going on, as you can see here. Nice uptrend. But other than that, as of now, just looks like consolidation. Not much movement in the market, as you can see. A bit of a downtrend going on, as you can see. But yeah, there's not really any structure there. But we could realistically have the price kind of pushing in this range. So for Bitcoin, I'm not really seeing any structure whatsoever. As you can see, major consolidation. You've got small candles, but very high wicks. As you can see, small bodies, big wicks. It's not really a good market to currently be in. For Ethereum, pretty much the same thing. And then looking at Solana, we're not really seeing anything, if I'm being honest. And then yeah, other coins are just kind of the same. Not really anything good going on, so yeah, just look at that. Major consolidation. Very small bodies. Rarely no movement at all. We've got 1501 and 1502. There's literally no movement in there whatsoever. And it comes from 1501 down to 149. But still, the movement is, not big at all. So for a future like this, we would obviously have to trade, I think, long term more than short term. Like, just looking at this, that just looks, what even is that? I've never seen anything like that in my life. That is so strange, isn't it? Looks like a spine. Have you guys ever seen anything like that before? Because I definitely haven't. But yeah, that is very, very interesting. So I'm not really liking any of these structures at all. There's not really any movement. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to tell you guys. So MYX USD, Baby Doge. Very strange patterns, like no, I'm just, my head's not there. It just doesn't look good at all. Like based on what I'm seeing currently, there's not much movement whatsoever. Like this whole thing here is just major consolidation. So from about 9 o'clock, well, let's say about what, 10 o'clock ish, 11. So the whole of today has been just consolidation, no movement. Well, there is obviously movement, but it's, well, as you can see, the past like 5 days or even more, the past week has been pretty boring. So the price has stayed between 189 to 160, which is really, really small. So yeah, as you can see, it just stays kind of in the same level. As for Litecoin, nothing as well, as you can see. Not very trendy, not very structured, kind of just looks all over the place. Hype. I mean, if I'm being totally honest, I am not seeing anything. The last live ended a bit short as well because there was just, it was just not going good. Yeah, for the last couple of days, the markets have been very strange in a way. Like it's all over the place. It really is all over the place. Like just looking at these charts, it's like there's kind of a structure, but at the same time there isn't. There's no trends, and if there is trends, they are very, very small. And the price currently kind of seems to stay in the same kind of, level in a sense. So you see the whole price has been staying. I'm not going to mark out the key levels for, as I should be, but I'm just going to give you a rough idea of currently where what level they're kind of in. So roughly, they're in this level, as you can see on the screen. So yeah, it's just major consolidation, and I'm not even sure if we can get some kind of like trades on, where the price obviously jumps from level to level, as it kind of just looks all over the place. Yeah, I mean, in the bigger time zones, it kind of does look a little bit better, but when you zoom in on a lower time frame, the structure doesn't seem to be there. So as you can see, it's like all over the place, jumpy, fast, and non-structure. As you can see from these indicators, they're all crossover, crossover, crossover. But then there's like a kind of like a, I mean, there is a bit of a trend here, as you see, but the trend is like super minimal. I mean, from this high and this high, see, it's minimal. It's like it's very, very close, but the trend is obviously still there. And yeah, I mean, my head's not on today. Trading wise, it's just. I mean, I'm not seeing really anything that I like. What I would like to see is a nice trendy market where you can kind of, predict the price, and you can look at all these levels and kind of, expect that the price would come back to that level, and then some indicators to watch for, and yeah, just things like that. But still, like currently, it's just jumpy all over the place. Like you see these big candles. Like see big bursts, and then small ones, and then massive ones again, and then just not good. And then here it's like a bit of price accumulation, and then a big jump and then down. Just looks crazy. Like looking at this chart right now, it just looks a bit silly. Very, very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. So I'm just going to read you guys some of the main reasons why. Like, look at all that there. What on earth is going on? Like it's like the market is currently all over the place. Like you just look at all these candles leaving these big wicks behind. But very small bodies, massive wicks, and then the price, it's like big price jumps. Like looking at all these candles, looks a little bit crazy. So, back to our points. So markets currently are unpredictable because of the geopolitical factors that are currently happening in the world. As you know, this war with Iran and all these other countries that are getting involved, and with a war like this and it's spanning across the Middle East, this creates some very bad things. And just starting off, one of them being obviously oil. As you know, but if you don't know, let me just tell you. So, in the Middle East, we have the the biggest route, and about 20% of the world's oil kind of travels in that route. And currently, because of these things that are happening in the world, that route is obviously dangerous, and drivers can't obviously go in this route, so they have to go around, and I believe they have to drive through Africa or something like that. So yes, all these things are, well, this war is causing all these things to happen, which make all these other reasons happen. So like importing, exporting, that's oil, and just anything that we import, export around the world. For example, in Baltic countries, petrol and diesel prices are very high at the minute. We're talking like nearly €2 a litre, which is just crazy, as most people obviously use diesel cars, and petrol is slightly cheaper, but that is still obviously a problem. And then you've got obviously prices for the import and export is going to be much more. As you know, these drivers have to drive a lot more, so around and routes that they haven't even taken. And obviously that's another risk of that uncertainty factor, where things can happen, get lost, or they've never driven down these roads before. They run out of fuel in the truck. They got no service. It's just all these kind of like small things are taken into consideration, even though maybe not all people think about them, but still they're like kind of like a factor. And yeah, it's pretty bad. So having to obviously go around this area that we can't go in, which was the major route, you then have to put more fuel in the truck, you have to drive further, and then there's a bigger risk that your tyres blow out, your truck gives up on you, or just all these little small things happen. So there's like all these small things. There's a bigger certainty of them happening than taking that Middle Eastern route and doing the route that you kind of were intended to do. So yeah, and then other things would probably be like, well, that's the major one was probably the transport. That's just talking fuel wise, but for a factor of the market, you're looking at instability with the trade policies, and then what else have we got? I'm just going to read some of the things I found. We've got the AI bubble sentiment. Significant anxiety exists regarding the sustainability of AI investment boom, with fears that high valuations of major tech companies are overinflated, triggering sharp sell-offs. So yeah, there's that. And then previously we had talked about the AI agents that were going to be taking over. I believe there's like hundreds of millions of them, which would take over like major roles, and they would kind of be put into the market. And you know, obviously this does create a lot of uncertainty because you know we don't really have a what's more like a 100% kind of, I don't know what's the word, a fact that this is going to happen. It's going to happen this way. I mean, we never really do because you know the market is very unpredictable. But currently, it is very, very, very unpredictable. And yeah, I mean, we talked about in the last video about the not today's, but the yesterday's video, where we have the investors and well, just people that do know kind of like the inside of the market. They are kind of like a generating level in a way. So there's been a big accumulation of Bitcoin currently, and the market could obviously now be the way it is because people don't know what's happening. You know, they are worried or they're scared or just, you know, all of these factors have to be taken into consideration. So people are getting worried. You know, oh no, Bitcoin's going to crash to like 30, 40k. Oh, I'm gonna, you know, sell it. But these people who actually do know what will be happening, or you know, they have teamed up, or just anything, they kind of know what's going to happen, because they are the bigger players, and they have a, let's say like they have a kind of like a bigger control. Well, they have a major control in the markets, because even some accounts hold about, I think it was 100 and I think the biggest account with the most Bitcoin was 173 million Bitcoin, if I remember correctly. $1.1 million Bitcoin. My apologies, not 173. That would be a little bit crazy, but so Binance's top cold wallet holds roughly 248 million Bitcoin. So I think I wasn't right. And then we have Coinbase holds over 874 million Bitcoin. No, not million, 100,000. And that's for the cold wallet for Binance as well, 248,600 Bitcoin. For Coinbase, 874,000 Bitcoin. And then, what did we have? So I believe that was 170,000 Bitcoin, yeah. So this is the price was the account that we checked. So there's 4 addresses that hold 675,209 Bitcoin, which looks like 47 billion. And then there are 18,041 wallets that hold 364 billion Bitcoin, which is 25.94% of all Bitcoin. That is crazy. But yeah, this whole war thing is kind of putting a big panic and kind of like pressure on Bitcoin, and I'd say all coins really, and fuel prices and import export and just people in general, I'd say. But yeah, because I mean, no one wants to lose money. You know, everyone wants to, you know, make more money, and yeah, I mean, all these factors, fear that they're gonna lose, that Bitcoin's gonna crash. So yeah, all these things can kind of have an effect on everything. So So the major thing is obviously the war, but yeah, there's been a bit of like, what's the word, conspiracy kind of, on where Bitcoin is kind of headed. And many people do believe this is like an accumulation phase where these big players are generating these positions, and we could see that bull run that everyone has kind of been talking about. But yeah, like I said, these bigger players obviously know what's actually going to happen, and yeah, they're kind of in their accumulating phase at the minute. So I mean, everyone has kind of like a theory on what's going to happen with Bitcoin, but you know, there's for people to believe and there's people not to believe, but it's kind of a very, very difficult topic. And then this guy is, I have perfectly predicted this pump. Now Bitcoin follows a descending channel pattern. 126, 86, 97, 51, 62k fake out. Remember, I was the only one publicly calling the exact bottom at 16k 3 years ago, and the top at 126 in October. Not too sure, but we will see. Alright, enough of that Twitter, because everyone's a genius when it comes to Bitcoin. So, but none of us are actually going to know the actual truth, you know. We can only prepare for what is to come. So let's have a look at the daily chart. So the price is kind of, you know, still in that consolidation. It did reach a top of 76k. Currently we're sitting at 70 to 90. So yeah. So, like I said before, I'm not seeing anything at all. So it's very, very difficult to currently, you know, even set up for a trade. And I don't really want to be trading if I know, or you know, even if I've got a concern that I'm gonna get, you know, loss after loss, and to avoid those losses, it might be better to not trade, if that makes sense. So we can just, you know, kind of analyze the market today and see what is going on, because we're not really seeing any structure whatsoever. And when there's no structure, then you're more likely to lose that money, or even that worst case scenario, blow your whole account. And that is definitely not our goal. So that is that. But yeah, as you can see, in a 30-minute time frame, there's not much movement. Like, we just have consolidation. There's no trends, no nothing, and then we go for 1 hour and it's even worse. We're not seeing any trending whatsoever. Like, this whole day, there's been no trending whatsoever. And then we have a look. So yeah, this was the last time we traded, and that was that was last live session, so that was the last trend by the looks of it. There's kind of one here, but it's like a small downtrend, like a very minimal one, from about 74,670 to 74,150. So it's nothing major, and then there's a bit of an uptrend here. But yeah, again, very small, not much movement. And then here, from the 20th, that was Thursday, I believe. Friday. So that was Friday, and we have just got purely nothing at all. Price has literally stayed within the same range for about 2 days, which is not very good. So as you can see, crossovers, many crossovers. It just doesn't appear to be a very, very nice structure that we're currently seeing. So you see all these candle wicks, like I said before, small bodies, big wicks. And it just shows that there's really no strength in the market. It's currently kind of just all over the place. Yeah. Like, what is even this? The price, there's no way to predict the price. Like, looking at all of the we'll look at any coin or anything we can, it's all the same. Like, you've got a dip here and then it all crosses over, and it's kind of like a downtrend, and then there's not really much structure. And it's just major consolidation, like there's no price movement whatsoever. And then for Dogecoin, it's kind of the same thing. Not much movement. Very, very poor. Yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you guys, because it just looks very bad. Like, I can't remember the last time I've seen a market that looks like this. Like, maybe I'm overreacting, I don't know, but to me, it just doesn't look good. Like, especially this area here. So for now, I do believe it's best just to kind of wait it out a little bit. We'll see where it's at tomorrow, because the market structure currently isn't looking very good at all. Very, very, very volatile by the looks of it. And yeah, there's not really any way to predict what's currently happening. So yeah, I mean, that's that really. So if you guys haven't checked any of my other videos out, make sure you do. Drop a like and let me know. There's a few questions on like every video, and I ask you guys, what you think. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, maybe leave some comments on what you'd like to see. If there's anything that you personally want to see. Anything, I don't know, like I did today, psychology and trading. That's such an interesting video to look at, so make sure you check it out. But yeah, overall, and if you do want to trade alongside with me on the Everdex broker, then do make sure to check out my link in the description. So yeah, you guys will get a little bonus on there. So yeah, I'm gonna currently leave the markets where they are. I'm not seeing any nice structure at all. Very, very unpredictable and volatile at the minute. So yeah, we're gonna leave it for now, and we'll catch up tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.